It's 11 p.m. We're standing out here and I've only just been able to catch up with you because you're very busy. What have you been doing all day?
So all day we've been delivering solar panel charging stations for mobile phones for soldiers that are out in the field right now that they have no access to power. Woke up in the morning to a phone call that someone from my neighborhood was killed in the party, in the massacre in the party the other day. Another friend's brother was killed. But just, trying to do what we can do to help the citizens and the soldiers in this time.
Not many people go down south like what you did today because it is quite dangerous. What did you see down there and what was that environment like?
It's very intense, a lot of people on edge, but there's also a feeling of, okay, we have to defend our country, we have to defend our people, we have to be strong.
When you're driving down there, are you seeing a lot of military amassing around the area? Are you hearing missiles? What are you seeing?
Yeah, for sure. You constantly hear booms, tanks on the road, military vehicles on the road. In Tel Aviv, the streets are empty. Everyone who could get out have gotten out.
Did you consider leaving?
No, never.
Why not?
I have friends here, I have family here. I have a duty. You can see, I'm a Kiwi. I've got my all-black shirt. I'm as Kiwi can be. But when duty calls, and you got to do what you got to do.
What do you want Kiwis to know about what is happening here?
And I don't want to take away from the suffering that a lot of the Palestinians have. I'm in favour of two states. I want everyone to have their own, right to self-determination. So I just want them to know that. And every Israeli, they just want to live in peace.
Meanwhile, here in New Zealand, Palestinian Kiwi Rawa Al-Hanafi also has fears for her family back in Gaza.
It's really hard, it's really terrifying. I'm scared for the life of my families. Even a statement by their Prime Minister has stated that Gaza will be wiped out. It terrifies me because Gaza is condensed, is under siege. There's 2 million people, including my family, including my grandmothers, my granddads, my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, my friends, my neighbors, the people I used to go to school with. They're all under threat. Hospitals have been targeted, ambulances have been targeted, journalists have been targeted. And if we want to talk realistically, this is banned in the international UN law. Everything that's happening to Palestinians since 1948 in their own country, in Palestine, it's just not humane. And I think New Zealand, as a peaceful country, needs to stand up for what is right. They don't need to say what everyone else is saying. They need to look at facts. If they don't want to help us, that's okay. But look at facts, understand the facts, understand the context, understand the history. It's ridiculous that we need to be telling the world and explaining ourselves to the world that we need a state, because everyone deserves a life. My family back home deserve a life, and their lives and their rights need to be recognized. They're humans just like everyone else.
Well, two pretty strong perspectives there from Zamir and Rawa, and thank you so much for sharing your stories with us. It's tough to unpick, isn't it? Particularly when you're not an expert in this field. I think everyone was pretty shocked and disgusted by those images over the weekend. I think that's pretty clear cut, but when it comes to the history and the surrounding circumstances in that region, it's far more complicated. It's really complex. And there are certain news stories where you can watch a TikTok video or see a really good infographic on Instagram and understand it like that. But this is not one of those stories. It's going to require probably a pretty slow read and a deeper understanding. And I think if someone tells you that they can sum up exactly the black and white of it, what's happened there in the last 60 years or 80 years, 2,000 years, if someone tells you that it's black and white, you should be suspicious of them. Lisette will continue in the area, of course. She's bringing her updates to us every day, and also online, at Newshub Online, if you'd like to find out what's happening for yourself.